I had this whole idea that I was going to make member videos of fan fiction surrounding Order 66. But really, how many of those stories do we need? I think too many stories would take away from the significance and mystery of the event. We already know the galaxy was changed. We know the Jedi were eliminated. Well, mostly. So, what more really needs to be said about it? So I'm going to take the member videos in all kinds of directions. Look at the Large Hadron Collider. When they smash two particles into each other, that explosion is the direction these member videos will go. I'm planning some really cool stuff, but none of it will likely be related to one another, and who knows what we'll find throughout the course of it. Maybe we'll open a portal to another dimension or something. A universe where the Empire is decimating the Republic. Just saying, it could happen. Probably not. Quantum physics is something I'm really interested in. I don't know a lot about it, but it fascinates me that these theories that were once thought of as insane are now growing into something of a probability. Let's escape our physical limitations for just a moment. Take everything we know about our existence and shred it, burn it, and pee on the fire. What if our imaginations aren't fiction? What if the stuff we create is something that is actually happening in another universe, and somehow our minds have tapped into that universe? I know this isn't likely, but imagine it for a moment. When you create something, whether that's a piece of art, music, words on a screen that have never been combined in such a way, you see it in your mind. You can watch and hear it play out as if it were real. What if those thoughts and images are actually being played out or have been played out somewhere else unseen? Maybe someone is writing a fictional story right now of an imperial army in a far-off place called Japan, or their fictional character is you. I know it's far-fetched and unlikely, but I like to escape to a place in my mind where Star Wars is real in another universe. We sit and watch these stories that George Lucas and other Star Wars writers saw playing out in their heads with wonder. We enjoy watching the battles. We feed on the drama and the humor and the silly moments. But what if that galaxy is actually real and writers have been given visions of it without knowing it? That makes me wonder. What is our imagination? How do we create something out of nothing when Einstein said matter can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed? What if our imaginations are a transformation of what's actually going on somewhere? And isn't energy a form of matter? We created that energy. Now think of how we would view the universe if we were in it. It's a scary place. Wars lasting for centuries. Wars that affect the entire galaxy. Slavery, pirates, giant creatures. Would we still be entertained or afraid for our lives and our loved ones? But then there's the beauty of the Star Wars universe. Places like Felucia, Takodana, Endor, and what was once the green planet of Mandalore. Warrior cultures who have adapted to war and learned how not only to survive, but thrive. The humanitarians such as the Jedi. Architectural wonders like Coruscant and Hosnian Prime. Places where a cataclysm wouldn't be able to wipe out completely. But throughout this dangerous and wondrous place, there's hope. Hope where there should be none. It's fascinating to think about. I know it probably doesn't really exist, but you never know. But that's what our imaginations do. They create these stories and make them real for us. A lot of the new way of thinking is based on energy. What we put into the universe is what dictates who we are and our experiences. That if you want something bad enough and you can envision it, it'll happen. Now remember your imagination. You envision these fictions. You want to see them in real life, whether it's a movie, song, or written story. You see it plain as day in your mind. What if these stories are actually real and were created from the energy we put into the universe? I know I said we may be glimpsing into another plane of existence with our minds, but either scenario could be real. I'm not a deeply religious person, but I don't hate on anyone who is. I have believers in my family, and I'm happy for them. But let's take this notion of created realities through the energy we put into the universe. What if God is real now because of the imaginations of the people who believe? That would mean every religion is now correct, even if that religion worships a head of lettuce named Ralph. The point is, we can create a reality, our own reality, whatever that reality may be. Me, I choose to believe Star Wars is real somewhere out there. It probably isn't, but who knows? No one can say with 100% certainty that it doesn't, and no one can say with 100% certainty that it does. But if one day you enter the afterlife and Obi-Wan Kenobi walks up to you and says, "Hello there," you may remember this once absurd video. It's just a thought. Hope I didn't ruffle too many feathers with it. Have a good day, and thank you for everything you do in this community and in your own lives.